by night. Keep going crazy.
Hey, Booz, hey! How are y'all doing? Happy Friday! It is Lex's Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. I hope all is well. I hope you guys had a great week. TGIF, like always, as you come into this video, please like and subscribe. Please also share. Please comment in the comment section. Also, say what's up to me in the chat and let us know that you're listening. Also, when you have a moment, please follow the backup channel. That's LexX, LEXEX, and I will also link it in the description below. Lastly, before we get started, thank you so much for the donations, y'all. Y'all are so dope. I'm telling you guys show me so much love and make me feel so special. Thank you so much to Carla. Thank you so much to JM, Osandi, and Bougie Bella. I will never get used to the donations. And trust me, it is not lost on me how much of a major, huge gesture that is. So I appreciate you guys so much. Like I've said before, this is a passion project for me. But I really do appreciate that you guys recognize how much hard work this takes and how much of a labor of love this is. So thank you so much again. I appreciate you guys. This is another daily installment of my series called the Blackistan Zoo that premieres Monday through Friday at 6:30 ET, where we profile the animals, derelicts, and crazy creatures in Blackistan. Let's go. So today we are going to talk about your Hotep. And this has been a very, very highly requested video. So shout out to Ash Geo who requested this one. Pastor Montañez, Pork Chops and Gravy, I love your name. Bella Doll 88, and so many others. And then also, of course, if you guys have any suggestions of videos that you'd like to see, feel free to send those to lexisexoduschannel@gmail.com. So your Hotep, their appearance. So you're going to see them donning natural hairstyles. They'll have the wick locks. A lot of times they'll have dreads, fros, things like that. You'll also see them wearing colorful dashikis. They'll wear the kufi hats, and you'll also see them wear the ankh jewelry as well. Their behavior. So your Hotep is a Negro who is overly Afrocentric. So he's always preaching about Black power. You'll see him preaching about pride, about Black love, about Black history. But the problem is his behavior, if you examine it, it never really aligns with what he preaches, because he never practices what he preaches. So, for instance, he'll talk about Black power and how, they were kings. But then you'll look a little bit further and you'll recognize that his group of men were conquered and dominated. And, they're also the most likely to commit crime. They're the most problematic, most likely to be impoverished. They lack resources, things like that. He'll also talk a lot about Black pride and support, but in all actuality, he's a fast-talking grifter who swindles and will lie and steal money from people a part of his community. He'll also discuss Black love often, and this is a big, major one. He'll really preach about Black love and talk about how, it's important and it's the foundation of the community. But behind closed doors, he'll pedestalize and he'll often bed and marry Becky. So the Urban Dictionary defines the term Hotep as someone who has gotten a little carried away in their support for Afrocentrism, and has taken on a lot of conspiracy theories, and they'll act just very, very, very pro-Black. And I think that emphasizing that they all believe in these weird, wacky conspiracy theories is very important to call out. Because again, these Tyrones will always talk about what the white man has done. And although these things have happened 400 years ago, he'll still dwell on them and use it as a scapegoat and say that it's what's holding him back. So he'll talk about, the man enslaved us. That's why I'm only able, to make $200 a week, $14,000 a year. And it's like, what? Well, after 4 centuries, seriously, you haven't been able to make any strides or any advancement or cultivate any resources at all. They'll also talk about how the white man introduced crack and cocaine to the community. And it's like, oh, well, did he force you to sell it to your neighbors and kill everyone in your community? They'll talk about how, and this is my favorite one. Oh my gosh, big eye roll. They'll talk about how the white man forced fathers outside the home with things like Section 8 and welfare. And it's like, okay, well, did he force you to also impregnate these women knowing that you can't afford them and that she would have to get on public assistance too in the first place? You see what I mean? So this is your Hotep, very whiny, very in denial. They make excuses for everything, and they live in the land of make believe, where they are always faultless and they always don't have any culpability or accountability. So notable Hoteps, and we will talk about a few of these in today's installment. So Tariq Nasheed, of course. Umar Johnson, who is infamous for collecting hundreds of thousands of donations for a school that he never planned on building in the first place. Nature Boy. These are all very problematic Hoteps who are really low-life scumbags and continue to thrive because they're preying on unsuspecting people within the Blackistan community. So let's look at the Hotep because I want you to see what this animal really looks like, and then we will chat. So I first want to start off by examining your average Hotep. So this is your average Hotep. You see he has the kufi on, he has the kente cloth. And the caption says, leash my body, but can't leash my mind. You know, that is a very, very Hotepish thing to say. So this is your average Hotep. This is your typical Hotep and your Hotep prototype. I also want to check out your Hotep, and I want to really look at and analyze his mating call. So let's look at this next video, and then we will talk through.
Shout out to all my beautiful black sisters out there. I love all my sisters. I love all my sisters. I know it's not always easy being a black woman putting up with the black man, but I thank you, sisters, for being patient with us. We thank you, sweet brown sugar. We thank you, hot cinnamon. We thank you, warm peanut butter. We thank you, dark fudge. We thank you, pistachio. We thank you, lemonade and pina colada. We thank all the African women out there for putting up with the brothers. And shout out to all my
that is your
Hotep.
That's your Hotep, and I know she's poking fun, but this is what they do. Everything about your Hotep is too much, like way too Afrocentric to the extreme. And I'm not from New York, but I've heard from my friends who live there, who reside there, that apparently they'll randomly approach you with shit like this, and you got to be like, all right, nigger, calm down. I get it, calm down, because they'll lay it on thick. Most of this is performative antics, though. So we see that he'll talk about black queens and how much he loves black women. And they know, Tyrones know that, so much so that it's been a running joke in Blackistan, and they've even incorporated some spoofs of your Hotep in pop culture. So let's watch this, and then we will chat.
Hey, what did I tell you about disrespecting my new impression? When disrespect you? Oh my God. The mother of Mecca is right here before me. Do my eyes not deceive me, or am I looking at the goddess Isis herself? Can you do me a favor, my brown skin angel? Can you tap that white girl for me? My milk of magnesia. Oh, after the devil made you, he broke the mold. Well, maybe you and I could make a little jungle feeding.
Okay. See, do y'all see that mess? So this movie was made in the 90s, almost 30 years ago, and I know I'm aging myself, but even back then, we all knew that your Hotep was full of ish. So here, he spent the whole entire movie. We hear him talking about my Nubian princesses, black queens, black goddesses, about black power, black love. Then as soon as he saw Barnyard Becky, not even a cute Becky, as soon as he saw basic Becky, he lost his damn mind. But the reason why this was implemented or this segment was added to this movie is because it's common knowledge. This is your Hotep. This is your Hotep. They'll talk like publicly about Black love, but in all actuality, he's obsessed with Becky. Okay. So let's keep going. So I wanted to talk about Tariq Nasheed, which happens to be probably one of the most well-known Hoteps within Blackistan. And I'm so embarrassed, y'all. So let's, in an effort to promote full transparency, I used to watch this fool. I did. And I'm very honest about how, I used to be the biggest mammy on earth. And in fact, I have an old blog that I haven't used for years that is a pro-Black blog and is BLM blog. And it's still alive and well. I still have 11,000 followers on that blog. I just don't use it. It's not active because I've seen the light and I've been delivered, like Miss Artist Duchess would say. But anyway, back in my mammy days, I used to watch all the Hoteps. I used to watch Tariq Nasheed. I used to watch Michi X. I used to watch Boyce Watkins, Umar Johnson, all of them. That's so embarrassing, but you live and you learn. And if you're the same way, it's okay. It don't matter how long it takes as long as you get to the other side, right? So anywho, Tariq Nasheed is a very well-known Hotep in Blackistan because he got his stardom creating all these films called Hidden Colors, where they talk about how awful the white man is, although these things happened long ago. We know they never forgo a chance to cry and to feel sorry for themselves pathetically. So he is a very well-respected Hotep despite his problematic past and problematic current behavior. So let's look at a few instances that illustrate the problematic, toxic nature of your Hotep. The first thing I wanted to talk about with Tariq is that he actually used to be a self-proclaimed pimp. Yeah, and he used to try to make money by teaching other Tyrones how to mac and how to pimp and how to objectify women. And this is well known in Blackistan. So if you're just now hearing this, you must either live under a rock or you've just been divested for a very long time. Good for you, either way. But this is common knowledge. But we know that Blackistan natives don't give a damn. I mean, you could M-word someone, you could R-word someone. They're still going to support your rap career. You could be Bill Cosby and drug and R-word someone. You could be R. Kelly and mess with children. They're still going to support you blindly. So it's common knowledge that he used to promote pimping in Blackistan, but it doesn't matter because, these people, they don't care about how morally defunct you are. They just love when you say what they like to hear. So let's watch Tariq talk about the art of pimping and macking and how other Tyrones can master his techniques. So where do we want to start? Let's start at the beginning.
Whole underworld that people don't even know about. You hear this shit in rap songs, but people don't really go into the esoteric essence of the game. The number one rule of the game, like I said, you have to have integrity. You got to have strong character if you're going to be out here dealing with people in the hustle game, especially hoes. People think that we're out here deceiving hoes, tricking hoes to do shit they don't want to do. But these bitches know deception when they see it. They're dealing with deceptive men on a nightly basis. They're dealing with married men who cheat on their wives. They're dealing with motherfuckers trying to haggle on prices. Dealing with squares trying to trick them out of free pussy. So when they step to a pimp, they look at this man and respect him because he's honest with her 100%, and she can be 100% honest with him. And that's what she likes about that man.
Oh, and my Lord. Okay. Let's skip ahead because I want you guys to hear this portion of his fast-talking grifter nonsense.
Key to being a good Mac, you have to think with logic, not ego. You understand that? See, that's the difference between a player and a Mac and a pimp. People don't know how to differentiate between a player, Mac, and a pimp. A player is a motherfucker who's motivated by sex. He's sexually motivated. A player will lie, steal, kill, cheat, or do whatever just to get some poon game. A pimp is financially motivated. He's motivated by money. A pimp don't give a shit about sex. He wants money, purse first over everything. But a Mac is power and knowledge motivated. And knowledge and power, that shit is interchangeable. It's the same thing. And once you have knowledge and once you have power, you have the option to get sex or money at your disposal. You understand that? And that knowledge can't be taken away. That's what you got to base your game on, because you can luck up on some money. You can win the motherfucking lottery. But if you lose that money, you don't have the game to get that money back. And you might even luck up on a bitch. You might get a chili pimp who's pimping on a bitch you went to high school with. And that bitch grow up, she see the light, get with another pimp. That chili pimp is homeless, and he don't have the game to go get another bitch. So that's why you got to understand that hoes don't make the pimp. Game makes the pimp. Because as long as you have game, the hoes are going to be there. You can always get a new hoe. That's why you got to upgrade your game. You got to be knowledge motivated. And that's in any game, even in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? The NBA had Michael Jordan.
What the hell is he talking? Okay, I gotta pause this dustiness because this is too much. This is too much. I can't with this. So, and this fool keeps going. How long is this video? 15 minutes. And this is just a segment, a portion of his BS. And I can't. But we know that nignogs, they don't know how to shut up. They love to brag about their illegal endeavors. But this is the thing. So here he is going on and on and on, promoting pimping, teaching niggers how to pimp so they can too objectify and disrespect and master the art of using women. And so he did that for some time. And then eventually he decided that that wasn't lucrative enough. And decided to switch gears because he realized that niggers love pro-Black-ish, even if it's not accurate, even if it is very far-fetched. They love to be able to scapegoat and to have someone else to blame for their shortcomings and for their failures. So he realized there was a niche for that, and that was far more profitable than this fast-talking pimpin' BS. So then suddenly he becomes this pro-Black Hotep who starts to make tons of money off of these films called Hidden Colors, where he preaches this pro-Black stuff. And one thing is he profits off of always and consistently degrading Black women. And I wanted to talk about this with your Hotep because this is a common characteristic of your Hotep. One thing that Tariq will often do is he'll call swirlers and Black women who like to interracially date bed wenches. So if we go to his YouTube page, so let's do a quick search. So I'm going to search Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed Bedwitch, just to show you how problematic this mess is. So all I have to do is type in Tariq Nasheed, and we'll see at least 10 videos of this man where he's published all of this content degrading Black women and calling them bed wenches because they're in interracial relationships. Which is awful. It's awful. Even also, if you look at Twitter, all you have to do is search Tariq Nasheed's name and search like bedwench tweets, and you'll see several pages of him using this term casually. And it's like, Naker, you're so contradictory. You're so hypocritical. For you to be so pro-Black, why would you weaponize something so disgusting? Why would you weaponize a term like that, like bedwench, which originates from Black women getting sexually assaulted and R-worded way back when? And recently, he's even recently done that. So you'd think in 2021, we've canceled so many folks because of problematic behavior. So you'd think he'd shut the hell up and stop using that phrase. But no, he still does it up till this day. He still does that. And recently he's done so, and he's illustrated this disgusting, demeaning behavior and has shown his ass. So I'll give you a little bit of background. So he's posted a video of a hotel employee having a mental breakdown. And he circulated it on Twitter, and he received lots of backlash because it went viral. And a lot of people were angry because, here you are publicly humiliating this man who clearly has mental issues. Well, he gets mad and he claps back at people calling him out. And so I wanted to show you guys this video of him doing that and him calling divested women and Black women who, like to date interracially, calling them bed wenches and just being disgusting as a result of them calling him out on his problematic behavior. So let's watch this. And this gets really, really nasty, but I want you guys to see this so we can really hone in on and really emphasize how problematic and how disgusting these Hotep's behavior is.
Here. My name is London. I was in 1804. I had to track you down to get paid for it.
No, when were you in 1804?
She's shown us images, and they're not not doctors, that she was in the actual documentary. She's PTR'd them in multiple rooms before. You paid me, but it took a very long time.
Where were you in the movie?
I was one of the slaves. So you were an extra in the movie? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How did you have to track me down? I deserve to get paid, and I shouldn't have to chase a black man down to pay me. You're a goddamn liar. Everybody's the same thing. Everybody's lying. I'm not everybody's lying. Everything you just lack some emotional intelligence, Tariq, because like all this cursing and stuff is disgusting. We paid everybody the damn day they worked to stop it. No, that was not the case. We did. We paid everybody. No, I had to DM you, and you had to send it on Cash App. The fuck out of here. Lying your ass. Or PayPal, one of the two. How much did we pay? You don't have to disclose that. Yeah, don't disclose that. But you guys notice that everybody's lying? You notice that he's saying everybody's lying. Anybody who says anything critical, everybody's lying. Because you're lying your ass off. You didn't have to chase nobody damn down for no money. The fuck out of here. This is white ass kissing time. Y'all sound like the white daddy. These sounds like y'all sound like the white daddy. Parents, follow me back. Actually, my white man kisses my ass. I bet he does. So what about the back that you posted today? From the back. That's what I'm saying. Bed wenching. Thank you, Tariq, for naming an entire group of women when black men married. Ma'am, you're a funky bed wench.
He is so disgusting.
Nobody want to be in your stink bed.
Funky bed wench.
You just mad nobody want to be in your dirty bed.
Who is he talking to?
Your dirty bed.
Funky, lying bed wenches. Your white daddy for me.
Wow.
Let's be very clear.
You're really showing your ass. I rest my case.
Ma'am,
I rest my case.
Funky bed wench.
You're a bum, sir.
You're lying funky bed wenches. And a lot of y'all are non-FB.
This is really
he keeps
bad.
going.
Wait, is this really happening?
Bear with me, y'all.
This is really happening right now. This is disgusting. Okay, like I didn't.
Tariq, you need to go clean your house. Your house.
A lot of these
people are
asking questions.
A lot of you are
non-FBA. A lot of y'all are non-FBA.
Y'all hate
you are a disgusting excuse. You don't need to. You are a dusty. You look really dumb right now, Tariq. Okay, lady. What you deserve. You're getting what you deserve. You're looking real dumb out here right now.
I'm looking fine right now. A bunch of fucking bed wenches don't matter to me.
That's why you're canceled. You're canceled. You sound like you need to brush your teeth.
I can't get canceled by
funky bed wenches. You sound like you want to cry. You sound like you want to cry.
There are 600 people here listening.
I can't get canceled by...
There are 600 people listening right now to you telling everybody who says something about you
a bunch of lying bed wenches.
Even though we show you as evidence of what you have done, you're sitting up here saying that we're lying. And that's because you are a narcissistic psychopath.
You are lying bed.
And so you continue to do that, and I'm fine
with it. You are a lying bed wench. Now, cancel that.
Do you have any other argument?
A paid bed wench. A paid one.
Do you have any other
argument? You're not getting paid by nothing. Nothing.
I got my reparations first. I'm a millionaire.
I do have a question for Tariq because I just came in the room. Well, I didn't just come in the room, but I came into the room after the conversation was already started. Did he address how insensitive it was to repost and call the guy having a meltdown, a mayonnaise meltdown, when he clearly has some kind of mental problem? Did you at least?
Okay, it gets worse. So let's skip ahead there. So what we just heard is a Black woman who belongs to the community that he claims to love so much asked him, "Hey, why haven't you paid me? I worked on your film for you and I had to track you down to get my payment." In response, he called her a lying funky bed wench. Then another woman asked him, she kind of circles back because this is what the topic of the clubhouse is why did this Hotep, why did Tariq Nasheed circulate that video of that poor guy who worked at the hotel having a meltdown? And this is his response. So let's keep going so we can continue to see this problematic behavior that he demonstrates.
I heard he Oh, these white ass kissing bed wenches. I heard. Listen. When y'all end up with white daddy,
He called them white ass kissing bed wenches.
Okay, Nick Sal. Okay, Nick Sal. At least white daddy paid the money. I'm okay. At least I don't have to chase white daddy down for my money. I got my reparations for the nasty man that you are. Okay, you are horrible. The way you came on the stage is so. There's women who just ask a simple question and you just went off on them completely. You don't know some of these women even date white men. Okay, you're up here calling them bed women. Okay, so you are king. You are king, Nick Sell. Okay, and I don't want to hear you speak anymore. Get off the stage. Real black man.
You don't represent foundational black Americans.
He's an agent.
You don't represent foundational Americans. Y'all come from these foreign cultures where you have that coon, white ass kissing culture and you try to bring it here. You do not represent foundational black American women. You're foreign.
And you don't represent FBA because
oh my gosh, he just called them foreign bed wenches. I didn't catch that the first time I listened to this. Oh my Lord. So this man is disgusting. And by the way, these sisters are going in on him. Kudos to them. Apparently Clubhouse is lit. I have a Clubhouse membership, but I don't use it at all. But I may have to get on because they went in on him. But let me point out something. So Tariq Nasheed posted this. So if we look at whose channel this is on his channel. So he's proud about this behavior. He's extremely proud about being disgusting and about degrading Black women and about using this violent, really, language. This language is violent. We talk about the origins of that word. That is a disgusting word to call someone. And he's proud of it. That's why he posted this on his channel. You think he'd be embarrassed. But here's the thing. Blackistan will continue to support this man. He knows that because pro-Black means pro-Black men. And they could give two Fs about the disrespect or the degradation of Black women. So here's the other interesting thing. Although Tariq is one of the biggest Hoteps on earth and he denigrates and degrades Black women for dating interracially, all the while, this whole entire time, he has a whole damn Becky as a mother-in-law and he's married to biracial Becky himself. So let's look at this. So this is his mother-in-law. This is his mother-in-law, queen of basicness, Queen Basic Becky, Queen Karen. This is his mother-in-law, and this is his biracial Becky wife, who is the result of an interracial marriage. Let's see what else we got here. And while I'm searching for these other pictures, it's just like you see this basic mud shark. But he's white worshiping, and in true Hotep fashion, he worships anything that the white womb creates. We know his biracial Becky wife came out of that womb. Although he talks all this pro-Black-ish, the reality is he really wants to chase biracial Becky and barnyard Becky as well. Let's see what else we got here. I think there's some more pictures on here. Yep, here she is. Here she is again, morbidly obese, and very, very basic, pie face, ugly Becky. So he's just a walking contradiction, but it is what it is. This is your typical Hotep. Not only that, the very, very interesting thing is that his sister is married to a Brad. His sister is married to a white man. So let's look at a picture of Tariq Nasheed's sister. Here she is. Here she is. So King Hotep himself, his brother-in-law is white as well. So they are just one happy, mixed, interracial family. And all that rhetoric that he talks, you think that, his sister would be the biggest mammy, but she saw through all that bull crap and she divested herself. She's like, listen, Tyrone, listen, brother. I know that you're able to capitalize and swindle these dumb fools in Blackistan, but you can't run that game on me. So I'm going to divest over here and I'm going to live happily ever after with my bride while you continue in engaging in all these stupid antics. But it's like, is your sister a bed wench too? Is she? Or is she just smart and intelligent and realized that she was doing herself a disservice by being loyal to you, Tyrone's? Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys about Tariq, then we'll keep going, is he's also a big colorist. So I went through the archives because I remember way back when he confronted Tommy Sodomizer a few years back. They got into it, and it's like, who gives a fuck if he confronts him or not, or if he roasts him. But the thing is, he confronts Tommy, and he does this by calling him crispy and denigrating him for his skin color. So let's watch this quickly, and then we will move on.
I had to present Crispy with that award. Don't do that. What's up, Crispy? I had to give you your award, Crispy. Crispy. I did not set this up. You set this up. Yes, you Crispy. Did. I had to Crispy. I have no idea. Then why is Crispy? Tariq, I gotta give you your award. I just came to give him his award. This is a grown man. Crispy, let me give you your Coon award. Crispy, let me give you your Coon award, Crispy. This is a grown man. This is a grown man.
So Shout out
to Black. Shout out to my homie Black. I had to give Crispy his Coon award. This is a grown man. I had to present Crispy with his Coon award. Watch out, Let's do it, man. No, Crispy, let me give you your Coon award, Crispy. Let me give you your Coon award, Crispy. There you go. And you let this roll, huh? Let me give you your Coon award, Crispy. Come on, bro. Crispy. Yeah, you did. Crispy, let me give you your Coon. Crispy, let me give you your Coon award. Crispy, let me give you your Coon award. Tariq, this is our interview. Okay, I'm a bounce. My bad. How you doing, though, Vlad? You good? I'm good, thank you. Shout out to DJ Vlad. Hidden Colors 4 available right now, family. I can bounce. All right, Crispy, you're not going to take... Let me leave your award right here. Man, get out my face, dog. Let me give you your award, Crispy. You don't get on my face, man. Crispy. So that's the Crispy you calling me for my dog's game. Crispy, let me give you your award, Crispy.
Okay, so this is so stupid. And again, I am not trying to defend Tommy Sodomizer. He is the biggest scum on earth. But here, I just wanted to illustrate this or share this with you guys to illustrate the contradictory nature of these Hoteps. It's like only in the land of Blackistan, Looney Tunes, does it make sense to call yourself pro-Black, then literally publicly ridicule this man for being too Black. It just doesn't make any sense. But Tyrone, this is Tyrone's nature. He's hypocritical. He doesn't make any sense. He's very illogical. So anyway, enough of that Desmite. I'm getting mentally drained by viewing all of this, but let's keep going. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is Umar Johnson. And where do we start with him? And I don't know who's worse, Tariq or Umar. But it's like Umar is, if he ain't the prototype of your Hotep, I don't know what is. Umar Johnson is a self-proclaimed doctor of clinical psychology. That's what he calls himself. So I'll say self-proclaimed because I've never seen any credentials. And he's had several public meltdowns and does not appear to be mentally well himself. So that makes me question not only, his credentials, but his own psychological health. But anyway, I wanted to talk through Umar Johnson because he is the biggest Hotep and he is the walking prototype and really epitomizes this problematic behavior of your average Hotep. So first off, let's look at some of this guy's antics in the public meltdowns that he's had that seriously has made me question his mental health. So let's look at this.
Home frustrated and she had a bad day and the things just didn't go right and she ain't gonna want to be caressed and she ain't gonna want to be massaged and she ain't gonna want a forehead kiss. She gonna want her cookies crushed. Every once in a while, your queen is gonna want her cookies crushed. And when your queen needs you to crush those cookies, you have to be able to meet the demand. Every sister, I don't care how spiritual she is, I don't care how feminine she is, every once in a while, she want cookies crushed.
So I don't know.
She had
I don't know what we're observing, if this is a mental hiccup, like a cognitive disconnect, or what the hell is happening here. But what is this? Like, this is gross. He's talking about how women are going to want their cookies crushed, is what he says. And I don't know what the F this is. It looks like there's a doodle at the end or something. I don't know. But this is Dr. Umar Johnson, your typical Looney Tune Hotep. Here's another video where he talks about how we need to choose consciousness over coochie. So you guys asked for this, so I don't want to hear any complaints about you guys being exposed to this dustiness. You guys asked me for this, so here it goes.
I'm telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani. I keep telling y'all that. Consciousness comes before coochie.
What the hell?
I'm telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani. I keep telling y'all that. Consciousness comes before coochie.
I don't know what the F is going on, but this man is clearly a weirdo. The crazy part is that these antics that we just watched are very trivial in comparison to his major character flaw. Because this man happens to be Blackistan's biggest grifter and world's biggest scammer. And this is most notably illustrated back a few years ago, I think maybe 2016, maybe even before then, when he started soliciting donations for an all-boys school that he talked about building, and he garnered $750,000. And years later, still, there has been nothing established and nothing to show for it. And he still continues to collect donations and to demand them. So let's look at this next clip of him begging for money. That's what he likes to do. This is what these hoteps like to do. They're like preachers. They're like pulpit pimps, where they'll say what sounds good just to get your money and just to line your pockets. So let's see.
Did y'all hear that? Quaker Grits is $20 million a year off black folks. Quaker Grits. Can I have your grit money for 1 year? Give me your grit money for 1 year, and I will build 10 schools across this country. Give me your grits. Give me your Quaker Grits. No more grits for 1 year. Can we sacrifice our grits for 1 year? Can we sacrifice the grits? If you give me the grits, $19 million on Quaker Grits. $19 million on Quaker Grits, black folk, if you give me your Quaker Grits. Give me your grit money. I don't want your Louis bag money. I don't want your Mercedes money. I don't want your weave, perm, haircut, Air Jordan, Timberland money. Give me your grits. We spend $19 million a year on grits, and I don't have enough money to renovate the Garvey building. I don't have enough money to renovate the Garvey building. And we spending $19 million on grits. Go to your Cash App, $FDMG School right now. Go to your Cash App, $FDMG School right now. Go to your Cash App and make a Labor Day donation to the future of black boys. $FDMG School. Get on your Cash App. Get on your Cash App. Go to your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make a Labor Day donation for the renovation of the Marcus Garvey building. Let's get it done. We got the architectural plans, but we ain't got enough money to pay the electrician and the HVAC and the fire alarm and the sprinkler company. Make a donation. Make a donation.
So this fool is crazy. I mean, and you can even like look at him and really tell it's very obvious that he's just spewing nonsense. He just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. So I don't know if like a cognitive loop is happening, but he's like, give me your grit money, give me your grit money over and over again, like a broken record. So something is happening there. There's some type of cognitive discrepancy, cognitive issue that he's dealing with. I also wanted to show you this next video of him begging for more money from fans.
To hit that Cash App. Let me see who on the Cash App. Where them donations at? Where them donations at? Hit the Cash App.
this is all he does is he asks for money and asks for donations for this non-existent all-boys school. And he goes off on people who questions him about it. I also wanted to show you guys this clip of this fool even degrading a woman whose stupid ass gave him her money, and he responds by saying, "You should have given more." So let's watch this.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
Sister Avanti.
Okay. So I know that mammies ain't the brightest bulbs in the bunch, but are we seriously still giving this man in 2021 our money just for him to either cuss your ass out when you ask what he's doing with the donations, or for him to curse you out and tell you you ain't donated enough? What the heck? Okay. So I wanted to talk about how Umar, he cusses people out and he goes the F off when people ask him what he's doing with the donations. Yeah, so let's watch this video showing him going off on someone who's just honestly a donor and is like, hey, I just want to know, what's up? What's up with the money? What's up with the school? We gave this to you almost a decade ago, Nick Dog. What's going on? So, and this is his response.
That's what we talking about. You said I've been working on the school too long? Well, you ain't been working on shit. You ain't done nothing for the people, my brother. What have you done for the people? How many kids you kept off drugs? How many kids you kept out of jail? How many kids you kept out of special ed? How many parents you helped save their children, brothers and sisters? Huh? My track record is impeccable. Nobody in the conscious community got a track record like me. I'm not worrying about that. But get on that Cash App, brothers and sisters. $ FDMG School. Get on your paper.
Okay. So yeah, so he's going off on people, and it's like, look, these people have given you their hard-earned money, sir, and now they just want to see what you've done with it. And it's not abnormal for investors and for people who give charitable donations to ask for a donor report to see what's happening with their money. But we know that he is a grifter. He's simply using this money, this hundreds of thousands of dollars that these people foolishly gave to him to fund his lifestyle. He's not building a school. And so that's why he goes off, and that's why he's so defensive. I want to also look at a video where Umar claims that he's given transparency to his donors, although a lot of them have reported that he's blocked them, and several has reported that he's been very rude, very defensive, has ignored them, cussed them out, gone off on them, and have blocked them when they ask for more details on where the money is being allocated.
From that time, when did you start raising money and all that, 4 buildings for $400,000?
It was more than that.
Okay. Well, $50,000 over there.
Wow.
All right. So you
So it's
started
been 6.5
getting the money,
years
started getting donations. From what I understand, you raised about $750,000. Yes.
Well said.
$750,000. About 20 months ago, you end up purchasing 2 buildings. Yes.
4 buildings.
4 buildings. Okay. For about
2 schools, 4 buildings.
2 schools, 4 buildings for $400,000.
It was more than that.
Okay. Well, everybody wants to know, where's the extra money? Where'd the extra money go? And why is it taking so long to open this school? Like people feel like, and I'm not just going to say people found, because I'm also going to share a story with you as well.
Yes, sir.
But people feel like, the time that 6 years is just a very long time to be raising money. You know what I mean? And to finally get the building that you ended up getting that are in disrepair and all of that. And I think it's the transparency that people are looking for. A lot of people are looking for you to be more transparent, and when they don't see this transparency, it makes them feel, skeptical.
Okay. Let me speak to some of that.
Yes, please.
Okay. Number one, I'm transparent with my donors. I'm transparent.
Now, I'm being told that there, people say when your actual donors will ask certain things, they said you will sometimes block them and all this type of stuff.
That is not true. Those are not donors. Those are haters. My donors have direct access to me. I talk to them. I know who they are. Most of them are repeat donors. My donors range everywhere from Black professionals. I have lawyers. I have engineers. I have business owners, all the way down to the retired great-grandma who's sending me $10 a month because she want to see this plan come to fruition. Haters don't donate. Donors don't hate. So my accountability is only to those who donate. I want to be very clear about that. It's only to those who donate. So people who ask random questions, they'll never get answers because you don't support this. Now, with that being said, let me also say this. The other question that you ask, which is often asked, is 6 years, he don't have to school yet. I'm not to blame for that. The community is to blame for that. I cannot manifest the school out of thin air. Schools cost money. They're not houses. They're commercial property. But because we're not used to building things exclusively with Black dollars, we don't understand how long it takes to get that done. I'm not a charter school. I'm not a public school. My school isn't going to subsist on white handouts and government funding. My school is grassroots Pan-African Academy. So it'll take as long as it takes until we raise the money to achieve the goal. It is that simple. Why the school ain't up yet? Because we're not raising enough money. But guess who don't have to ask those questions? The owner of Quaker Grits, because Negroes give them $11 million a year. Guess who don't have to ask that question? Nike and Air Jordan, because Negroes give them $4 billion, $2 billion a year. Malt liquor, $4 billion a year. Weave, perm, and beauty products, $30 billion a year. Fast food, $1 billion a year. They don't have to ask the Europeans and the Jews and the Chinese and the Arabs. They don't have to ask how long it's going to take them to get that Negro money. We give it freely. But when one of our own steps up with the track record, the experience, the credentials, and the resume to do something like build a school to save Black boys with the hell that Black boys are catching in this country, we don't support him because, number one, we don't want him to get the credit. Number two, we don't want the responsibility of doing for self. And number three, you understand, we want to find an excuse to keep on depending on white folks. So that's really the answer to that. But I want to answer your other piece. You said, what you do with the leftover money? When you open up the interview tonight, I dropped the donation information. I said, get on your Cash App, $FDMG School. I said, get on your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. I said, mail in your checks or money orders, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. I also said, if you remember, I said, we are running short on the repair money.
Okay, shut up, Nick Nog. Okay, so let's fast forward where he starts. I mean, this conversation just starts to go downhill. And he goes crazy. He has one of these public meltdowns that we know, these King Kong meltdowns, I think he called himself before, where he just goes off. So let's watch this quickly, and then we will chat.
To you, Brother Umar, I think what for a lot of people that may be naysayers or detractors.
I don't care about the naysayers.
But listen, hang on. I don't want you to focus on them. But imagine someone who may just be, who may just be getting acclimated to your situation. Somebody could just be finding out, or maybe when they hear about you, they see the propaganda, they see the negative stuff, but they love the idea. They're in love with the, with the philosophy. Mm-hmm. So then when they go to research you to try to get more information, they're seeing they're not getting, I guess they're not getting the answers they feel like they to the questions that they want to ask, but they may possibly want to donate, or I'm not I'm not referring to the people that's just like, oh, what's he doing? I'm not referring to those people. I'm referring to people that are legitimately believing in your cause, but may possibly,
I agree with you, Queen. But to that, I'll say this quickly. I'm the most accessible black scholar in the world. My cell number is public. My email is public. And guess what? I do get emails from people. Doc, I just learned about you. Boom, boom, boom. Tell me about the school. We just started a loyal donors campaign the other day. And any of your viewers who are interested in signing up, please do. The Loyal Donors Club is for brothers and sisters who want to consistently donate $50 a month for bronze, $100 a month for silver, $250 a month for gold, $500 a month for platinum, and $1,000 a month for diamond. We just started that 48 hours ago. For those who can't afford to make a consistent donation, they can go to the Cash App, $FDMG School, or the PayPal, FDMG Academy, or mail in the check or money order. They can text me for the address. It's also on the website. Here's what I would say to that, Sister Rob. They do reach out to me, and they do ask me questions, and I answer the questions. Here's what I'm saying. A lot of the questions that are being posed, right? And I understand where Brother Jamar coming from, because he's just being the vessel to bring it to me. I get it. Okay, I understand that. So we on the square together. But those are coming from haters. You got to understand something. I'm probably the most influential and accomplished black school psychologist in American history. Not probably, I am. If you got a child in special ed, they've been ADHD, conduct disorder, I'm the person you came to. I've been doing this work for over 20 years. My name is etched in stone. There is no such thing as I just woke up and heard about you. You're going to get some people like that, but most of our people know who I am because I helped them save their kids or their children went to my school. I didn't just wake up yesterday. People know who I am. I got the books, I got the articles, I got the resume for it.
Absolutely.
You understand? So
some people just woke up, though. Everybody not.
But listen to me. Even if you're not in the conscious community, you know who I am. I don't belong to the conscious community. I belong to the African race. I'm the most requested black scholar in the world, hands down. That's mainstream.
Yeah, but you got to understand how many people don't even
but they're not
know about scholars.
That's what I mean.
Like are so far removed
they're
from.
not asking the negative questions, Jamar. The new people are not asking the negative questions. The negative questions are the haters.
But I'm saying, is it a negative question to want transparency? You see what I'm saying?
Bro,
you just want to know what's going on.
Bro, what transparency you talking about? We raised the money, we bought the schools. What transparency you talking about? We raised the money, the little bit left is going to repair. What transparency you talking about? You think I'm gonna put the school bank account on YouTube?
Well, of course not. Of course not.
On Twitter? You think I'm gonna put the school bank account on Instagram? You watch your damn mind.
I think they maybe want more of a timeline of when it might open or something like that.
Catering to the haters. Don't cater to the haters.
No. It's not catering to the haters. We have to. Here's what we got. Here's what we got to do, though, brother. No. It's not about catering to the hate. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. Okay. We have to make sure we have to vet all of our people, bro. I got love for you, bro.
Everybody, then vet them other Negroes in the conscious community who ain't building shit.
We're gonna get to them all, bro.
Jamar,
wait, we're gonna get to them all.
Jamar, don't discriminate.
Listen,
somebody built the institution from the grass.
Right.
Name somebody. You ain't got none of them. Name me a YouTuber doing what I'm doing. Any of them conscious dudes. Name one on my level. Name one builder. You crazy.
I can't.
Tie my sneaks, bro.
I can't. All I can name is my father-in-law.
How many they kept out of jail, bro? They're not building shit.
Right. So
through the grass, what have they built, bro? Who you know in the conscious movement built an institution? Answer that. Nobody. I'm the only one in my generation doing it.
Well, you're building it. It's not built yet, though. It's not built.
Don't you worry about it. You be the first one there. Trust me.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's Umar in typical Hotep fashion, Umar fashion, having a meltdown. There's a number of things wrong with that video. He claims he's being transparent with the donations, although people who have donated have said otherwise. Several have. Also, when, the man asked him, hey, you've earned about $1 million. Why isn't there a school? There's nothing. That's when he turns on that fast talking pimp speak. And, he's being manipulative and is guilting these people and shaming them, saying, you broke Negroes, y'all don't like to give money and you don't care about Black boys. So he's doing all this just to continue to be able to ask for donations. And it's so funny because I know some of you guys have coined the nickname for him, Prince of Panhandling. And when he's further probed about the lack of progress on the school, he goes off. And he brags about being the first who's done it. And he's done nothing. Nothing. And, I don't know if this man has a drug problem. There's been rumors about he's been using this money to fund a drug habit. There's also been stories about him allegedly sleeping with tons of strippers and sleeping with students' mothers and things like that. So I don't know, maybe he's tricking off on these women. Maybe that's where all the money's going. But either way, it's clear that this fool is off his rocker, or he just really don't give a F about your community. And he's using that money to fund his lifestyle. So that's your Hotep. That's your Hotep. That's your hypocritical, fake, woke, scheming, scamming Hotep. Yeah, I'm exhausted now. This took a lot out of me. I exposed myself today to a lot of damn dust. I think I earned my subscribe today. So go ahead and click that like and subscribe button, y'all. All right, let me go burn some sage or something. All right. Thank you for listening. See you guys. Bye.
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.